Kia ora, my name is Sally, and we're working to save the Antipodean albatross from extinction. And they are these big, beautiful seabirds with wingspan double the length of my arms. All right, can I please get everyone to raise their hand? Yeah. While you're doing so, imagine we're going back to 2005, and you are an Antipodean albatross. All right, can I get everyone in this middle section, hand down? Since 2005, we've lost 75% of the Antipodean albatross population. Can I get everyone in this section, hand down? So fast forward 5 years and the population will halve again. Everyone, hands down. I will be one of the only Antipodean albatross left in 20 years. Experts say that the single biggest factor causing their decline is getting caught in fishing hooks when they're out in the South Pacific by vessels that are setting up to 100 kilometers of line. We need eyes and ears on all these vessels. And New Zealand needs to act before it's too late. The Antipodean albatross raise their families here, and they're part of our cultural history. And New Zealand is the seabird capital of the world. So if we don't lead, who will? And we've seen it work in the past, when we all got behind the kiwi, another New Zealand treasure. By managing the threats that were driving kiwi to extinction, we have secured their future. And we need to do the same for albatross. And the best part is, there are mitigation tools that we know work, and they've proven an 80% reduction in bycatch. These are using a bird scaring line, setting their line at night, and using a weighted hook. The regulation is to use 2 out of 3. But this is neither monitored nor enforced, so we don't know what's happening behind these boats when they're out in the middle of the ocean for up to 4 years at a time. Saving the Antipodean albatross is going to need multiple strategies. We've already gained commitment from Dock and Fisheries New Zealand to increase the number of transmitters on these birds so we can see where they're going and which vessels they interact with. We're also going to need to have an increase in cross-government diplomatic leadership to champion seabird safe fishing, while at the same time a push for more innovative fishing tools that protect albatross. But the piece that's still missing is high seas mitigation monitoring. And that's where our solution comes in. We've developed EARS, an electronic automated reporting system which not only monitors the use of mitigation, but it has technology that would be of an advantage to fishing companies. So EARS works by having a GPS tracker on the back of the vessel and also attached to the end of the bird scaring line to prove it's in use, while the GPS will also record the time of day as evidence for night setting. Then there are RFID tags on each weighted hook that records their use as they pass a sensor on the back of the boat. Then there's an automated camera that's taking photos of the fish as they come on board, identifying the fish species and size. And then all of this data together is automatically sent in real time to the regulators and fishing companies by blockchain, so we can track the fish from vessel to market. And fishing companies will be incentivized because of the value add, the ability to verify the catch and track their fish through the supply chain, allowing them to pre-sell the fish before they reach port. A competitive advantage for those operating seabird safe practice. So to get to this point, we have had input from industry, government, and NGOs in New Zealand, Japan, Chile, the US, South Africa, and the Pacific Islands to test and iterate on our solution. And the current monitoring method is human observers. However, the coverage is below 5% in international waters, and there are huge health and safety risks, as well as being costly. EARS could monitor 100% of the vessels for the cost of 10% observer coverage, lower cost with greater impact. So MPI were excited, and we received funding to purchase the technology to run a benchtop trial. And by early next year, this will be ready for at-sea trials in New Zealand and Japan to be completed over the next 6 months. While at the same time, we'll be developing the ability to recognise fish species in size. We've engaged with AI specialists who are ready to develop the image analytics. Our vision is that by August 2019, EARS will be ready for international companies to adopt. Over the next 18 months, we need $500,000, and we're asking DOC and MPI to lead this with the Digital Government Partnership Innovation Fund, industry, and NGOs. To save a species, that's not a lot, and it can also be used to save other albatross and other seabird species. So the team behind this mission is myself and Scratch and Nathan from DOC and MPI. With EARS, everyone can win. Industry operate more sustainably without compromising profit. DOC and MPI uphold their commitment to a government priority, and the Antipodean albatross is saved from extinction. Kia ora.